السيطرة على إحدى النقاط. تحركات للأعداء، هل تسمعوني؟ ستنفذ الذخيرة منا، نحتاج المزيد. فأضع الرجال. شكرا، أدين لك بالوحدة. على ذخيرة الأعداء. ذخيرة الأعداء. نحتاج إلى ذخيرة. تم مسح جميع المناطق. فقدنا السيطرة على إحدى النقاط.
جاري البث الحي من الطائرة بدون طيار.
نحتاج ذخيرة. أحضر مزيدا من الذخيرة إلى هنا.
تحركات الأعداء. تحرك.
الطائرة بدون طيار تعمل وبدأت البث.
وحدات الأعداء تتحرك.
جاري البث الحي من الطائرة بدون طيار.
وحدات الأعداء تتحرك. تم مسح جميع المناطق. الموقع تحت السيطرة. انتهى. التجهيزات صارت في موقعها.
وقفت عن العمل. جاري البث الحي من الطائرة بدون طيار.
نطلب الذخيرة.
جاري البث الحي من الطائرة بدون
فقط أحد
طيار.
الرجال. أين المسعف؟ فقط أحد الرجال. شكرا لك. فقد أحد الرجال. أين المسعف؟
جاري البث الحي من
حول. وحدات الأعداء تتحرك.
السيارة بدون خيار
فقد أحد
تعمل
الرجال.
بدأت البث.
أحضروا المسعف. جنود الأعداء على الأرض. شكرا. توجد قوات الأعداء. تحركات الأعداء، هل تسمعوني؟ أحضروا المسعف. تحركات الأعداء،
جاري البث الحي من السيارة بدون خيار.
جنود الأعداء على الأرض. غير ممكن. أحضروا المسعف. أحضروا المسعف. فقد أحد الرجال. فقد أحد الرجال. تحركات الأعداء تتحرك. جنود الأعداء على الأرض. تغيير الأعداء. تحرك أحد الرجال. تتحرك.
السيارة بدون خيار تعمل بدأت البث.
ظهر جنود الأعداء على الأرض. تغيير الأعداء. جنود الأعداء على الأرض.
وحدات تحركات
وحدات الأعداء تتحرك. وحدات الأعداء تتحرك.
السيارة بدون خيار تعمل بدأت البث.
وحدات الأعداء تتحرك. هل تسمعوني؟ ظهر قارب للأعداء. وحدات الأعداء تتحرك. هل تسمعوني؟ شوهدت قوات الأعداء. هل تسمعوني؟ ظهر جنود الأعداء. تغيير الأعداء. ظهر جنود الأعداء. شوهد قناص من الأعداء. شوهدت قوات. شكرا أيها البطل. أحتاج إلى مسعف.
السيارة بدون خيار تعمل بدأت البث.
قناص من الأعداء. اتبعني. شوهدت قوات الأعداء. قناص من الأعداء. شكرا. أدين لك بواحدة. تحركات الأعداء. جنود الأعداء على الأرض. جنود الأعداء على الأرض. فقد أحد الرجال. لك ذلك. تنفذ الذخيرة. فقد أحد جنود الأعداء على الأرض. أحضروا المسعف. ستنفذ الذخيرة منا. نحتاج المسعف. أين المسعف؟ أحضروا المسعف. أحضروا المسعف. نفذت الذخيرة مني. هل تسمعوني؟
جاري البث الحي من السيارة بدون خيار.
الشحن قيد
التجهيز أمامية للأعداء. الأعداء. هل تسمعوني؟ شكرا أيها البطل.
فليبتعد حسنا. نحتاج أسعافا.
شكرا. أدين لك بواحدة. نفذت الذخيرة مني. شكرا أيها البطل. هل تسمعوني؟ تحركات الأعداء. هل تسمعوني؟
تم القاء قنبلة.
السيارة بدون خيار تعمل بدأت البث.
clear. Position under control. Out. Enemy units on the move.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy troops! Hostiles on enemy units on the move.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Hostile infantry spotted. Over. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Hostile forces spotted. Over.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy forces. Over. Enemy forces. Hostile infantry spotted. Over. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Outpost is being overrun. Thanks. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry spotted. Over. All clear.
Transmitting
Position
on
under
this
control.
mark.
Okay. Thanks. I owe you one. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Sniper! Enemy infantry spotted. On the ground. Enemy infantry spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy units on the move. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces over. Enemy forces over. Position cleared and under control.
UAV transmitting on this
Enemy
mark.
infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy units on enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces. Enemy forces spotted. 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 Enemy forces spotted.
UAV offline.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted.
First aid right here. Ammo right here.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
All clear. Position under control. Out. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Hostile forces. Enemy infantry spotted. Over. Enemy sniper spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Hostile infantry spotted. Over. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry spotted. 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 Sorry, Chief. Thanks, champ. 10-4. Good deal, thanks.
UAV transmitting
Okay.
on this mark.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Hostiles on the ground. Hey, thanks. All clear. Position under control. Out. Enemy forces. Hostile forces. Over. Over. Thanks. Enemy troops. I owe you one.
UAV online and transmitting.
Sniper! Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Sorry! Roger that. Hostile force. Enemy force. Over. Outpost is being overrun. Roger that. 10-4. Enemy sniper spotted. Sniper spotted. Over. Enemy forces. Over. Enemy forces. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Enemy sniper spotted. Sorry.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy forces. Over. Hostiles on the ground. All clear. Enemy position under control. Out. Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy troops. Hostiles on the
UAV
ground.
transmitting on this mark.
All clear. Position under control. Out.
UAV offline.
Enemy forces. Over. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV transmitting on this mark. UAV online and transmitting.
Medic! Medic! Hey, thanks. Medic! Medic! Hostile medic!
Transmitting on this
Medic!
mark.
Medic! Medic!
on this mark.
Hostiles on the ground. Enemy units on the move. Enemy troops are getting over. Do you copy?
Get first aid! Here! Frag grenade!
Medic!
Transmitting on this mark.
Thanks, Jim. Roger that. Sorry, Chief. Position cleared and under control. The enemy. ذلك غير ممكن. وصل القائد الجديد. We've regained control. Good work, man. Let's move. Enemy units on the move. We're losing this battle. Start fighting or I'll find someone who can.
First aid! Here!
Greetings, Commander. UAV online and transmitting.
Go, go, go! Enemy units on the move.
UAV online and transmitting.
إسعافي!
Medic!
نحتاج إسعافات أولية هنا.
Enemy units on the move.
أحضر إسعافات أولية إلى هنا.
I'm bingo on ammo. Do you copy?
Get ammo here!
Enemy units on the move.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy troop! Control restored. Well done.
Get first aid! Here!
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Position cleared and under control.
Here!
Roger on the supply drop. Over. UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry 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 spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Go! Enemy forces spotted. Go!
Grenade! Get ammo here! Slippery target! Ammo! Get first! Grenade!
Enemy troops on the ground.
Frag grenade!
Enemy troops.
Clear! All right!
Medic.
Good to go! Clear! Go live, buddy! Now get back to the fight! Get first aid!
UAV transmitting.
Go! Medic.
UAV go on.
نحتاج ذخيرة هنا. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا.
UAV online and transmitting.
Hostiles on the ground. Thanks. I owe you one. Hostiles on the ground. Enemy active. Do you copy? Enemy active. Do you copy? Forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
Roger on the supply drop.
Enemy units on the
UAV
move.
transmitting.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy units identified. Do you copy? Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV transmitting on this mark.
You got it. Enemy units on the move. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry forces spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy infantry spotted. You're the finest squad I ever set demolitions at these coordinates. 10-4. Do you copy? Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Infantry spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy infantry spotted. Outpost is being overrun. All clear. Position under control. Out. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV online and transmitting.
Medic. All clear. Position under control. Out.
ألقيت قنبلة. ألقيت قنبلة. قنبلة.
Okay. Enemy troop. Medic.
Frag grenade.
Enemy activity.
Frag grenade.
Enemy outpost is being overrun. Enemy units on the move. Requesting supply drop. Over.
UAV online and transmitting.
Roger that.
On the
Be
supply
advised of
drop.
a supply drop in your sector. Over.
Frag grenade.
Medic. Enemy forces spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
سقط أحد الرجال.
UAV offline.
Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV online and transmitting. Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Hostile forces spotted. Over. Enemy forces spotted. Outpost is being overrun.
UAV online and transmitting.
You got it, Jay. You got it. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy units on the move.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. All clear.
Await
Position
refuel
under
of
control.
supply
Out.
aircraft. UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Do you copy? All clear. Position under control. Enemy
Out.
activity. Do you copy? Enemy units on the move.
عد الآن إلى القتال.
Enemy units on the move. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Enemy forces spotted. Over. All clear. Position under control. Out. Medic. Outpost is being overrun. Hostile forces. Enemy forces. Over.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Position cleared and under control.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy forces spotted. Sorry.
قنبلة.
Enemy forces over. Copy. Hostile infantry spotted. Over.
أحضر الإسعافات الأولية. أحضر الإسعافات فليبتعد.
Enemy activity. Do you copy? We've lost control of an outpost.
أحضر الإسعافات الأولية إلى هنا.
UAV online and transmitting.
Position cleared and under control. Enemy forces. Snipers on our perimeter. Enemy units on the move.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy forces. Over. We've lost control of an outpost. Hostiles on the ground. Enemy on the ground. Enemy units on the move.
Online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move.
Negative. Satellite repositioning still in progress. Stand by.
Outpost is being overrun.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy units on the move. Infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. You got it.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy troop. Back camp. forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Hostiles on the ground. Hostiles on the ground. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Position under control. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Requesting supply drop. Over. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry. Enemy troops.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Hostiles on the ground. Enemy troops. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV online and transmitting.
Snipers on our perimeter. Sniper! Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Outpost. Enemy units on the move. Enemy activity. Enemy units on the move. Outpost is being overrun. Medic. Enemy troops. Hostiles on the ground.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy 44 over. Enemy forces spotted.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy infantry. Enemy spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy forces over. Okay. Enemy activity. Do you copy? Enemy troops. Enemy troops. Medic.
نحتاج اسعافات.
Outpost is being overrun. Position cleared and under control. Enemy forces spotted. Over.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move. Enemy units on the move. Do you copy? Sniper.
transmitting on this mark.
Enemy troops! Enemy forces! Over! Hostiles on the ground! Medic!
ستعيش أيها الجندي. عد الآن إلى القتال. Frag grenade. Grenade.
UAV offline.
Position cleared and under control.
أرسل الإسعافات الأولية إلى هنا.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Outpost is being
Roger
overrun.
on the supply drop. Over.
Hostiles on the ground. Enemy forces! Enemy forces! Enemy forces! Enemy forces! Enemy forces! Enemy forces spotted! Over. Medic!
ستعيش أيها الجندي.
Outpost is being overrun.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy units on the move.
Frag grenade.
Hostile forces spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Over.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
We've lost control of an outpost.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted.
UAV online and message.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces spotted.
نحتاج إسعافات أولية هنا.
Hostiles on the ground. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV
Ammo
online.
here.
Medic. Medic.
فليبتعد الجميع. فليبتعد الجميع.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
أين المسعف؟ ستعيش أيها الجندي. الآن إلى القتال.
control of an outpost. All clear. Position under control. Out. Negatory. Go! 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 All go! Clear. Position under control. Out.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy units on the move.
Negative. Transport aircraft. Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy troops. Enemy units on the move. Okay. Enemy forces. Enemy forces. Enemy forces. Enemy forces. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy troops. Hostiles on the ground. Hostiles on the ground.
Online and transmitting.
Enemy troops.
UAV is bingo on fuel. Transmission ending. Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Medic. Hostiles on the ground. Thanks. I owe you one. Hostiles on the ground. Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Outpost is being overrun. Medic.
تم إلقاء قنبلة. Grenade! Grenade!
Enemy troops.
Grenade!
Enemy troops.
تم إلقاء قنبلة.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
أحضر الإسعافات الأولية إلى هنا.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy force. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry. Enemy infantry spotted.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Medic. Sorry. Enemy troops identified. You copy? Enemy forces spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy sniper spotted. Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces spotted. Sorry, Chief. Medic.
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy activity. Do you copy?
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy activity. Do you copy?
UAV online.
Sniper! Outpost is being overrun.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Medic! All clear. Position under control. Out.
ألقيت قنبلة. ذخيرة.
UAV online and transmitting.
Medic! Enemy units on the move.
أحضروا المسعف.
Sniper!
مزيدا من الذخيرة إلى هنا. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا. ألقيت قنبلة. حسنا. انطلق الآن. فليبتعد فتعيش ويعيش.
Outpost is being overrun. Position cleared and under control. Medic!
عد الآن للقتال. نحتاج ذخيرة.
UAV transmitting on this mark. Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy troop!
Transmitting on this mark. UAV is bingo on fuel. Transmission ending.
Hostiles on the ground. You got it.
here!
UAV
Ammo
online
here!
and transmitting.
Thanks,
Frag
much
grenade.
appreciated.
Ammo here! Grenade. تعيش أيها الجنود.
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Enemy infantry spotted. Enemy forces, over. Enemy forces, over. Medic.
أحضر مزيدا من الذخيرة إلى هنا. نحتاج أسعافات. Frag grenade.
We've lost control of an outpost.
أحضر الإسعافات. أحضر مزيدا من الذخيرة. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا.
The enemy is in control. Work harder, soldiers.
نحتاج أسعافات أولية.
Enemy weakening key positions. Over.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Oh!
Enemy forces spotted.
Roger on the supply drop. Over. UAV offline.
Ammo here! Get ammo here!
UAV
Grenade.
transmitting on this mark.
We've regained control. Good work, men.
Frag grenade.
All clear. Position under control. Out.
Get ammo
Go,
here!
go, go, go!
Ammo here! Frag grenade.
We need some more. Got it. You got it.
Get ammo here! Get ammo here! Frag grenade.
UAV online and
Ammo here! Frag
Medic.
grenade. Grenade!
Enemy forces. Over.
Get ammo here! Clear! All right!
Enemy forces.
Go.
Over.
Get
Roger on the supply drop. Over.
Get first aid!
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Enemy forces spotted. Medic. Sniper. We've lost control of an outpost. Medic. Enemy troop.
نحتاج ذخيرة هنا. أحضر مزيدا من الذخيرة. نحتاج ذخيرة هنا.
UAV transmitting on this mark.
Sniper. Medic.
جارس حسنا. انطلق الآن. لقد تعافيت.
Hostile forces over. Medic! Enemy is lost. Enemy active. Do you copy? The enemy is in control. Work harder, soldiers. We're losing men left and right. Do you copy?
UAV online and transmitting.
Enemy forces spotted. Enemy forces. Hostile forces spotted. Hostile forces spotted. Over. Hostile forces spotted. Infantry spotted. Over.
تعيش ويحب. ألقيت قنبلة.
Enemy troops identified. You hostile infantry spotted. Over. Enemy active. Do you copy? Medic.
نحتاج تغيير.
You got it. Hostile forces. Hostile infantry spotted. Over.